Hello, everybody. Welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of Building the Burrow. A little bit later than usual. I'm not streaming it as early as I did before, so I'm not sure how many people are going to join. But I will continue on with where I left off. And hopefully I will finish the Burrow, because I only got a third of the way through it last time. Anybody joining here? I don't see anybody. We'll see how things play out as this goes on. There we go, the flue chimney is completed. Wonderful. Wonderful, beautiful. Jeez, nobody's joining in. What's up with this? What's up with this? There's nobody here. This is so sad. Hello there, ESF Lego Man. How do you do? Good to see you. Glad to hear it. Hopefully I'll be able to finish the burrow this time. Last time I did a lot more talking than I did building, and I didn't get a particular amount done. Okay, that's cool. So it's like a swiveling mechanism for the fireplace. That's cool. That's very cool. I always love seeing how these things come together in the moment. Message here. Who is this message from? I'm not certain. Am I going to watch Andor? Probably. It starts streaming the day after my birthday, actually, so I feel somewhat compelled to watch it. It also looks like it will be a lot better than some of the recent Star Wars live action shows, so I'll give it a chance, that's for sure. Israel Animation, good to see you, man. Glad to see you back. You didn't join the last stream. I was worried something happened to you. Oh, geez, I lost the door. That's not good. Great. More stickers. My favorite thing. That was sarcasm, if you couldn't tell. Thoughts on She-Hulk if I have any? Can't say I do. I haven't seen it. Have you? Yeah, stickers are the worst, man. I actually put this one on lopsided, so it's forever going to be slightly off center, which is going to be very unpleasant for the eye. You didn't watch it, eh? I don't know. I can't say I've heard glowing reviews for it. That's for sure. I think I'm just checking out. I'm starting to like reach my limit with these Marvel shows. I don't know. They've all just been so like middling and mediocre. Aside from Falcon and Winter Soldier, just haven't been that great. Only watch the movies, eh? That's fair. That's definitely fair. I would say if you do get the chance, watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier because that one is like, in my opinion, far superior to even any of the movies. But most of the shows, if you don't watch them, you're not missing much. And another sticker? Oh my goodness, right after the last one. They're just coming at me rapid fire here. Rapid fire stickers. Fell asleep during Moon Note. I don't blame you. I found that show to be just boring as hell. It wasn't the worst show by a mile, but it's just kind of another bad Marvel show. A lot of people loved Moon Knight, and I just wasn't one of them. Maybe I think it is just partially because I'm kind of like over my Marvel phase, you know? But, I mean, some people still enjoy it. Those people just aren't me. Does the Marvel phase include Spider-Man? Like, what do you mean by that? Because if you mean like, Spider-Verse and that whole like side of it, then no, I'm still looking forward to the Spider-Verse sequel. I guess I just generally mean the MCU. I don't think the MCU is incapable of making good stuff. I just don't think they try very hard. But if you're talking about MCU Spider-Man, definitely after No Way Home or whatever, I'm done with that. That movie was just, I did not like that movie at all. Oh my goodness, the sticker sheet blowing in my way. This is just wonderful. I just don't really see what they can do with the story of the MCU Spider-Man. Like, each sequel progressively destroyed the last one and what it set up. And so they just realized they'd messed it up so bad that they reset everything. And now they just they threw out all of the potentially good ideas they had before them. So I don't really know what I'm meant to look forward to. Your birthday is one day after Andor, huh? Wow, that's odd. It's like sandwiched right in between our birthdays there. It's kind of an interesting time period then. Thoughts on Rings of Power? I mean, can I have any thoughts on it? It's not out yet. Not until Friday, right? But I mean, if you mean going off the trailers, it has potential. I'm not one of these haters or whatever who are like not even giving it a chance, claiming that it's disrespecting Tolkien's work. If people seriously think that the Rings of Power is destroying the legacy of Tolkien by having, I don't know, black people in it, then they're just they're absolutely brain dead. Thoughts on how the MCU has treated the Hulk? I mean, pretty bad if you ask me. He's had no real consistency in regards to his character or arc. The best he ever was in the first Avengers, where he was kind of this broken guy trying to figure himself out. And then after that, they kind of just turned him into a joke. They introduced a plot line with him and Black Widow having a romance, which never went anywhere, and they completely forgot about it by the time Endgame rolled around. And by then, he was just a dabbing joke or whatever that was. Like, I don't even know what they're doing anymore. Just ran out of ideas. Same thing with Thor. Ran out of ideas. They were like, Thor was interesting for one movie, and then he's a joke. I think I made a video, did I not, a few years back when Endgame came out, talking about the problem with Hulk, right? I remember making that. But my opinion still pretty much stands. And it's also, I don't even know if this is necessarily the fault of the actor, but I don't think Mark Ruffalo is particularly good in those movies. I think Mark Ruffalo is a good actor. He's proven that in movies like The Brothers Bloom. But, man, is he not good in those Marvel movies. He has, like, no energy. He just seems like he's half asleep. Like, he's literally sleepwalking through those movies. No Way Home was mid, exactly. I mean, I thought No Way Home was, like, probably the worst MCU movie, actually. It's my least favorite. I don't like it at all, but I'm glad that not everyone's blinded by the hype, you know? A lot of people seem to be realizing the fact that, as a whole, it wasn't all that great. It could have been a lot better than it was. I'll say that much. I'd say No Way Home was kind of when I officially lost hope for Marvel. Like, they had one, like, win, which was Falcon, and then after that, they just kind of stopped caring. They were like, we're just going to keep pumping out garbage after garbage product, and no one will care. Because there are a bunch of cameos in it. I don't know. The cameo thing is a serious problem. It's like, what am I meant to get excited about? Cameo. Sam's Captain America film. Looking forward to it, man. If it's the same people involved, Kerry Skoglund and what's his name? Malcolm Spellman, the writer and director of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, then I'm on board. If it's the stupid Russo brothers again, I couldn't give less of a crap because those guys, as directors, are overrated as hell. But if it's the same people involved from Falcon, then I'll definitely watch it. And as much as I hate to admit it, like I'm kind of losing faith in Star Wars too, like as a brand, or as like a franchise at this point. Like, in my opinion, the Bad Batch season 1 was criminally underrated, kind of pretty great actually. And Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan Kenobi were just like complete dumpster fire. Book of Boba Fett was interesting for half of it until it ceased being about Boba Fett. And Obi-Wan Kenobi was just a misfire from the very beginning. Andor could potentially change the trajectory of the live-action Star Wars shows, but if not, my faith in live-action Star Wars television will be officially snuffed out. You're excited for Bad Batch season 2? Yeah, me too. Oh, see you later, Israel. Thanks for dropping by. But yeah, I agree with you. Bad Batch season 2, very excited for. I'm glad they aren't delaying it like they said they would, or like it was rumored. Because for a little while there was rumored it wouldn't be coming out in September and instead October. But I'm glad that they're releasing it on schedule. Unlike a lot of the other Star Wars shows, I feel like they actually know what they're doing with Bad Batch. They have like a lot of time to tell the story. They aren't restricted. The animation is already great. They don't need to kind of fix any issues. The problem with a lot of live action stuff is it's not shot very well. Obi-Wan Kenobi, from a direction standpoint, was pretty bland and kind of bad, honestly. So, Tales of the Jedi 2, right? I forgot about Tales of the Jedi. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that one too. That one actually sounds kind of cool, right? Bag number 4. There we go. We're officially almost halfway done the Burrow. Let's do it. Bag number 4, where are you? Let's do this. We got Ginny and Harry. I don't think I actually had Ginny before this, so this is cool. I don't think I had this hair piece either. It's quite exciting. Whole bunch of new pieces. Harry. Another Harry. Because, you know, I totally don't have enough Harry Potter minifigures. I totally don't have like 59 billion of them. Where are the wands? Where are these wands, dude? Can't be a wizard without the wands. What the heck? There they are. Well, that's pretty great, man. 3 shows coming out in the fall that actually have the potential to be pretty good, if not great. I like these anthology style shows. I thought Visions was pretty cool last year. So Tales of the Jedi has the potential to be very cool as well. Maybe it's just because I'm like an animation guy, but I gotta say I'm more looking forward to these animated Star Wars projects than the live action ones. It's not the same for most people, but what can I say? The animated Star Wars stuff is just of higher quality than the rest of it. In my opinion, Clone Wars is easily one of the best pieces of Star Wars media. Rebels, while not being perfect, is still better than any of the live-action stuff, and Bad Batch Season 1 was up there with some of the best seasons of the Clone Wars. Bad Batch Season 2 is Clone Wars Season 9. Exactly. Bad Batch is simply a continuation of the Clone Wars. But rather than being an anthology series, it's focused on a singular group of characters. And only from their point of view, which I think is very cool. People were very sad when they canceled the Clone Wars, and now they've found a way to continue it, just while not actually calling it the Clone Wars. Kind of a sneaky move, but hey, you're going to give me more of the characters that I like? Do it, man. And it's not even like all I care about seeing in the Bad Batch or Clone Wars characters, because they did a really good job of making me care about the Bad Batch. They actually are compelling characters in their own right. Especially Crosshair. He's easily the best. Most interesting character, in my opinion. Crosshair was pretty great. What they did with him in the finale of season 1 was probably some of the best writing I've seen in like a modern movie or show in a long time. Kind of blew my mind. Mr. Matty, you're back. Good to see you. Can't wait to see Cody. Oh, yeah, Cody's coming back, right? Forgot about that. That's going to be interesting. What the heck was that? I don't know what that was at all. Half your mock is done. I'm glad to hear it. That's pretty cool. All the walls done yet? Both walls are complete. That's an achievement right there. I remember ESF Lego Man that a lot of people were thinking Cody would appear in Kenobi. That didn't happen, so I guess that's kind of disappointing for some people. I mean, we did see Tamara Morrison in there, but just as a random clone guy. And that was kind of the best scene in the show, if you ask me. You made a mock from Kenobi. What scene? Fortress Inquisitorius, eh? Oh, that sounds pretty cool. I would definitely do more mock building. I just haven't had the time recently. I think the last one I did was for 1917 back in 2020. It's been a little while. I do like mock building, though. I just haven't had as much time as I would like to. In Fallen Order, yeah, Fallen Order's pretty great. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of what they did with Fortress Inquisitorius and Kenobi. They just kind of like ripped the finale of Fallen Order and like copy pasted it into the 4th episode. I don't know. Reva was a ripoff of the second sister. I'm glad someone else agrees with me on that. Kenobi just did a lot of what other Star Wars shows and movies have done, or I guess shows and games have done, but worse. I felt like the whole confrontation between Obi-Wan and Vader at the end was totally just a worse version of Ahsoka and Vader's confrontation from Rebels. Down to the dialogue, literally ripping off that scene when Vader says, "Then you will die." The duel did not need to happen. The entire show didn't need to happen. It just did. Like, if they did not have an actual logical story to tell that made sense, then I don't know why they made the show. Because I didn't see how they could make sense out of the entire premise of the show, and they didn't make it make any sense. Like, the ending was extremely illogical when Palpatine just like told Vader to stop looking for Obi-Wan or whatever. Like, that made no sense. He was just like, don't go after the one like actual threat to your like well-being. I don't know. The way they paralleled the story in current time between Obi-Wan and Anakin's duel in the past was the one kind of interesting part of the show. It wasn't great, I don't think, but it was better than the rest of it. And what's funny is the only reason they made the Obi-Wan show was so that Obi-Wan and Vader could fight each other again. And the two fights they had in the show sucked. Like, they weren't even cool or interesting fights from a choreography or direction standpoint. They were both incredibly lame. So they failed to actually deliver what the show had promised, which was a cool fight between Vader and Obi-Wan. What was the point then? The thing is, a lot of people said that I was too harsh on Obi-Wan because I thought from the beginning that it was a flawed premise for his show. But people were like, no, it'll be good. And then now that the dust has settled, I think everyone can agree that it was either pretty bad or didn't really need to be made at all. Favorite episode from Bad Batch is episode 8. Which one was that again? The one where Crosshair confronts them on Braca? That was a good one. That was a very good one. I don't know. My favorite one was probably the 15th one. Just because, as I said, the entire twist revolving around Crosshair was pretty mind-blowing. And it took the show in a direction I didn't see coming. It changed the conflict from being what's the correct term? It stopped being an external conflict and became an internal conflict. Because for a lot of the show, people were expecting that the conflict would boil down to the rest of the Bad Batch having to physically remove the inhibitor chip from Crosshair's head. But it turns out Crosshair was doing all those things of his own free will most of the time, and it came down to a battle of ideologies between the different characters, which was a lot more interesting than what they could have done and what I think I and a lot of other people expected them to do, which is why it was just so interesting. It was so well done. I suppose my biggest problem with the 8th episode was that they didn't really give much of a payoff to the cliffhanger at the end with Cad Bane capturing Omega, because that was a very interesting direction to take the story in, and things seemed like they were getting very dire and dark. And then they just kind of get her back immediately, and it doesn't really seem like that whole side plot had much of a bearing on the overarching story of the season. So I guess my biggest problem with the 8th episode doesn't have to do with it directly, but more so the 9th episode and how it picks up the story from that point. But I'm glad there's another Bad Batch fan out there, because there's so much kind of, I guess, I don't know if hate is the right word, but somewhat negativity directed towards it, and I feel it's undeserving because it's kind of a criminally underrated show. I mean, was it perfect? No, but neither was Clone Wars, and that doesn't stop it from being held in high regard. So, Hello there. I can't read your name from here, but welcome to the stream. There we are. We're 1 hour into it. I think I can do it. I think I can finish the Burrow. I can do it. Probably not the tumbler. I'll save that for another day. But the Burrow, we have a good chance of finishing it today. It's another bag completed. We're actually starting to see a bit of a house being formed here. All right. Number 5. Weaves World. Hello from the UK. Hello from Canada. Thanks for dropping by. How many pieces? I believe, let me check here. 1,047 pieces. So, Pretty decent sized set, all things considered. Your Obi-Wan from episode 2 has a crack in its head. Oh, geez. How old is that figure? Like, is it from like the early 2000s, or I guess the 1999 sets, or is it from like 2013? Wasn't that the last episode 2 Obi-Wan, if I'm not mistaken? (2022). Oh, is that the one from that? The one that has like the Kaminoan in it or whatever? I feel like I've seen the pictures for that set. Yeah, Obi-Wan Starfighter. Well, that's a bummer. Jeez, you should write to them and be like, hey, it's broken. I remember that happened like several years ago when I got one of the Hobbit sets, and Gollum had like the Lego Gollum figure has like a stud on his back, and the stud like broke off basically. So we wrote to Lego and we were like, hey, can we get a replacement? And they were like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. Here you go. So maybe you should do that and be like, hey, Obi-Wan has a broken head. Because, I mean, who wants Obi-Wan with a crack in his head? Is this meant to be lopsided like this? There's something off about this. I'm not sure if it's meant to look like that. I mean, maybe it is, because the Burrow is a weirdly shaped house. I just realized I was building that on the wrong base plate. If I took too long to realize that, then we would have had a bigger problem. Oh, it's a Weasley sweater. Well, that is cool. That is very cool. I like that. Do I have the BD1 set? No, I don't. Do you mean the like the brick built BD1, or do you mean the Book of Boba Fett set that like has the like small BD1 in it? Because I don't have either, to answer your question, but I'm just curious what you mean. brick build. Yeah, I don't have that. I would be interested though in maybe getting it at some point. I definitely want to get my hands on the like little mini BD one, but I don't know if I want to buy the like $70 Mando ship just to get it. I hope they make like an actual Jedi Fallen Order set, like they actually make Cal Kestis. Is that I would buy. Maybe they will when Jedi Survivor comes out. I remember like people were like, the rumor is that Jedi Fallen Order was just too dark for Lego to make a set about it. I'm like, what are you talking about? In Revenge of the Sith, people get like chopped up and left to burn alive on lava plains. Like, oh yeah, Obi-Wan did get burned alive. You're right, and they made a set about that scene. That's kind of hilarious, actually. But they're like, Jedi Fallen Order, what is even that bad? Like, I guess there's like a couple torture scenes that you don't even see like fully. They're just implied. I feel like Lego's made sets based off of way worse Star Wars things in regards to violence. I've been considering getting that Obi-Wan set, but it's like a little bit too much money. Maybe if it goes on sale at some point. Because it's not that bad of a set, honestly. It got a little bit too much hate, I think. I don't even like the show, but I kind of like that set. I don't know, though, about the price. Like, it's like $65 or something. I'm like, no, man, that's not $65 worth. If it were to go down to 45, then maybe even that's a bit much, but I could fork it over. It's good, eh? Well, maybe I will have to look into it. Maybe if I wait a year, it'll go on sale or something. I remember the Burrow, like this set went on sale, and I wanted to buy it, and then I forgot to get it while it was on sale, so then I had to pay full price for it. I don't know why I waited so long. You gotta like kind of get in the sweet spot there where it's like not too old but not too new, and then you can usually get a pretty good deal on some of these sets. I think it was a pretty popular set too because it was completely like sold out of stock, like everywhere I went to look for it. The Cad Bane set, the new one from Bad Batch. How's that one? I've heard mixed thoughts on it. Wait a second, I seriously messed this up. Good set, but you wish it came with Crosshair's troopers. Oh yeah, those would be cool, right? The Elite Squad. I guess the closest we have to those are like those freaking Kashyyyk troopers from that battle pack or whatever from a couple years ago. I have those. I used those in my stop motion for one of the scenes from that show. Yeah, I wish they'd make more Bad Batch sets, honestly. Like, they made the one set, the shuttle, and they made the Cad Bane ship. And I mean, like, they need to make a smaller one, I feel. Like, they need to make, like, a battle pack, or like a Bad Batch battle pack. Like, that would be cool. Even if it wasn't actually, like, a full battle pack, like, they made the 501st battle pack, and that one was actually, like, a $30 set. Even if they did something like that for Bad Batch, like, I would gladly buy that. It's just, like, the ones so far have been, like, really pricey. The new Cody helmet Crosshair can have his rangefinder. That's good. Yeah, they need to stop just reusing that same helmet piece and mix it up a little bit. Like, Lego likes to, like, make one helmet piece and then reuse it until the end of time. Like the Iron Man helmet that they used for Wrecker. That was a little bit odd. I mean, it wasn't the worst use of that piece, the Mark I Iron Man suit, but it still, I guess, looked a little odd. I don't know. I don't own it, so I wouldn't be able to say. Put on the Clone Army custom helmets in the Bad Batch. Oh yeah, that's one of those minifig sellers, right? I need to order more from like different sellers and stuff because I feel like some of those pieces would be more useful than whatever. But I don't know. I like to consider myself a little bit of a Lego purist. Even if I do like paint or Sharpie my figures sometimes, I use mostly all Lego pieces. Your most popular video, eh? I'm not sure if I've watched your videos. I feel like I may have in passing, but I do need to check out your channel more. Now that we're having this discussion, I feel like I owe your channel a little bit of a look. A little bit of a once over. You have an Instagram, eh? I'll have to follow that. Do you follow my Instagram account? Because I feel like I've seen your profile before. Just maybe not on YouTube, but I feel like I have seen you like some of my posts before, maybe. Your Instagram is better than your YouTube? Yeah, some people prefer one format over the other. I only really started doing Instagram a little while back, so I haven't been super active on it over the past couple months, but I've been meaning to post more on there. Bag number 6. We only got 2 more bags left. I'm going to get it done. Instagram is the same as your YouTube, but without the AMD. Okay. All right. I'll have to, I guess, look you up after I'm done this. Actually, no, I can just follow you right now. Actually, I'll just look you up right now on my phone because I have it right here. Oh, I already do follow you. I didn't even realize that. Get some pretty cool posts on here. A lot of Obi-Wan. Favorite show from Star Wars is the 2003 Clone Wars. That's a good one, man. That's an underappreciated one. Very underappreciated. Grievous, General Grievous, in that like miniseries, best he's ever been. He's actually like basically a horror movie villain who shows up and just mows everyone down. They really failed to actually. They failed to ever truly recapture that in any of the other shows or movies or anything. They just turned him into a coughing idiot, basically. A coughing asthmatic buffoon. Kind of a sad, or it's just kind of sad that a lot of people watch these, whatever other shows or even just Revenge of the Sith, and they're like, "Oh, that General Grievous guy, he's so goofy," and it's like, if only you'd watched the original thing he was in, because he was cool as hell in that. And then they made that weird thing where Grievous and Obi-Wan were never allowed to, or Anakin and Grievous were never allowed to like meet each other. So like at every turn in Clone Wars, he's like around the corner and Anakin never meets him conveniently. It's like kind of a running gag, which they actually like took advantage of in a funny way, but it's just kind of like silly. I don't know. It's like like they turned it into a joke. The fact that they never met each other. Oh, was that really Cody's first appearance? I guess it was. He's in that one scene, right? And Obi-Wan's like, "Hello, Cody," or whatever, and it's like, yeah, it's interesting. I didn't even realize that. It's just kind of interesting. It's just like how a lot of people don't know that Boba Fett originally appeared in the holiday special or whatever, and that was actually his first appearance. Gotta love the skeleton leg railing technique. I've seen that before. Who's my favorite Lego YouTuber? That's ooh, that's an interesting one. That's a difficult call. I don't follow as many of them as I used to. I used to like all those guys, Just Too Good and Jang Bricks or whatever. Maybe Jang Bricks, honestly. He's kind of cool. I always liked his stuff. Just Too Good I haven't watched in a while. I used to be a big fan of his. Those are the two that come to mind. August 1st had to see the Lego employee change the prices for sets. Oh, really? That must be a little bit annoying. I don't know. Or maybe it's good if they're going on sale. Depends, right? Went up in price. Oh, jeez. That is annoying. It's very annoying. It's just they're just too overpriced nowadays, man. The Lego sets. Like even this one. This one was like $150 maybe? Which I mean I guess isn't bad, but like it's really hard that you find or it's you're hard pressed to find a good deal nowadays. Like the one other set I bought this year was that Luke Skywalker Dark Trooper set or whatever. And that one was like $45. And I was like, in what world is this $45? This looks like it's at least like 30, but more like 25. Like a couple years ago, that set would have been $25, but it's like inflation is so bad. It's like, Jesus. I still bought it though, because I wanted to, but in a different world, I would have waited for a deal. 30 in the US, eh? That's a better deal. Here in Canada, though, things are just not great. The prices are just not nice. They're problematic. It went up in the US. Oh, jeez. What is with this, eh? The prices. There's too much. Even 30 for that set is a little bit too much, I think. Like 20 or 25, I think is like reasonable. But like 45, no way. No way. Cad Bane's set was rumored for 160, but it's 170. Let me check what the price is here in Canada. I want to see. What's the name of the set? Do you happen to know? The Justifier? Okay. Justifier. Let's see how much this thing goes for. Let's see. $210 here in Canada. That's how much it goes for. Set has an illegal building technique. Oh, which one? I'm actually kind of interested to hear this. Oh yeah, but what is the illegal building technique? Kind of interested to know. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're going into the last bag. Final bag of the Burrow. Can't believe it. Actually, can't believe that it's almost done. 2 days. 2 days of building this sucker. On the tail wing, eh? Interesting. Oh, wow. Here it is. Bellatrix Lestrange. Never thought I'd actually get my hands on a Bellatrix Lestrange minifigure, but the day has come. That's a pretty awesome hairpiece right there. Wow. This is a monumental moment. Wait, is that Mantis's head from Guardians of the Galaxy? Wait, are you serious? That's kind of lame. I don't really know if that looks like her that much. I mean, it's okay, I guess. But that's kind of weird. Bellatrix Lestrange is secretly Mantis, if you didn't know. I know that I didn't know that, but... How interesting. Fenrir Grey... Does Fenrir Greyback use a wand? I thought he was just a werewolf lackey guy. I didn't know he could actually use a wand. That's interesting. Lady from Eternals has the Mantis face. Oh, really? That's interesting. Oh, wait, what just happened? That's weird. Wait a sec. I'm not sure what happened there. The guy just... The message just disappeared. A review of it on your channel, eh? Well, maybe I'll have to check that out. Yeah, the Mantis face is a little bit overused at this point in a lot of LEGO sets. I think they also used it on a character from Jurassic World too. I think that's where I got that face for the first time. It was from a set from Jurassic World 2, if I'm not mistaken. At least they didn't use that face on Fennec. True. That's a good point. I mean, I didn't. Yeah, that face wouldn't have actually been that bad, but it is good that they made a new face for Fennec. I think I used that face on my custom Fennec, if I'm remembering correctly. I still haven't gotten the Fennec minifigure, actually. It's weird. They, like, included the version of her with the helmet in, like, the Mandalorian set, and then in the Book of Boba Fett set, she had hair. And then now in this Bad Batch set, does she just have the helmet again? Yeah, she just has the helmet and the Justifier. At least from this image I'm looking at. Why don't they just include the helmet and the hairpiece? It's kind of weird. Oh, really? She has the hair and the helmet. Okay, that's good. Because they were doing kind of sketchy thing there with the Mandalorian set, where they had, like, she had the helmet, not the hair. And then the Boba Fett set, she had hair and not the helmet, and now apparently she has both in this Bad Batch set. That's weird, actually. It's very weird. No, they're all like hundreds of dollars, right? Like every single set with Fennec. The cheapest one is probably the Boba Fett's throne, right? Whatever, Boba's palace. Jephthah, welcome to the stream. Do I like power miners? I don't think I ever got a power miner set, but I do have like nostalgia for that theme. Just like looking at the Lego catalog, like I still have a subscription for like whatever seasonal Lego catalog. So I remember seeing the power miner sets. I don't think I ever got any though. I remember they were in the Clutch Powers movie. If anyone remembers that, The Adventures of Clutch Powers. I think they were one of the themes. Like I think they were the opening scene. Was the rock monsters or whatever from Power Miners. I watched that movie so much as a kid. It's not like high art or anything, but it's definitely nostalgic. I remember I made a video a couple years ago trashing on the Clutch Powers movie and how wrong I was to do that. That movie's a classic. I think we're almost done here, actually. I can't believe it. Can't believe that the Burrow has almost reached completion. That era of Lego and growing up in it was the best. I agree. You met Ewan McGregor? No way. That's awesome, dude. What a flex. I don't think anyone else here can be like, I met Ewan McGregor. But ESF Lego Man's in here, and he's just like, hey, casually, just like nonchalantly, I met Ewan McGregor, you know? Do you like have that on your channel or something? Is that like a video of you like meeting him? Oh, really? Oh, man, that would have been awesome, dude. I guess maybe you aren't allowed to like film or something like that. Is that it? I don't know. I've never been to any of these like expos or Comic Cons or whatever. I wish I could. I want to go there at some point. It sounds like a cool kind of place to be. Oh, you didn't bring your phone. I see. But still, it's a pretty cool moment. That must have been a pretty cool moment. And when was this? Like this year or like last year or when? This year. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, he seems like a cool guy. Definitely not an actor definitely an actor that I wouldn't mind meeting at some point. Jephthah, thanks for dropping by, man. We got a little owlery here. Oh, wow. Finally, the Hedwig with the wings. I don't have the Hedwig variant with the wings fanned out like that. That's awesome. I was hoping that I would have that for the trailer recreation I did for The Secrets of Dumbledore, for the opening shot of the trailer where the owl glides past Hogwarts, but I had to improvise. You're going to post tomorrow, eh? What's the post going to be? A surprise? Bad Batch, eh? Cool. I'll have to check that out. I'm hoping they release another trailer for Bad Batch because didn't they release like a different trailer at the was it the Fan Expo or the Comic-Con or whatever? And then on YouTube they released like a shorter version. It was still cool, but it wasn't quite as like there. I think there was like more footage of Cody or something than what was in the widely released trailer. And there it is. The Burrow. The Burrow has been completed. Can't believe it. Star Wars Celebration, eh? Yeah, I think I saw like leaked footage of that trailer, but it would be cool if they actually released it before the season. But who knows? I mean, we're edging closer and closer to the release of the season. It's just under a month away, right? It is a good set. I'm contemplating doing a review for it, although I'm not sure because I think the set's been out for like 2 years maybe, so I don't know if anyone will really care to watch it. And I don't know if I have enough time to record a full review. So I might like put a poll up on YouTube and Instagram and see what people want me to do. I'll definitely do another stream later in the week building the Tumblr set because I still not built it yet. That's the next one. That one will probably only take one stream to build because it's not quite as expansive as this one. But yeah. There we go. There's some pieces here, and I'm not sure, like some large pieces that I don't think are extras, and I'm not sure where I missed putting them in. Hopefully they weren't like important, otherwise the build might be screwed. But either way, I think you might as well wrap this up here. But thanks everyone who tuned in. Thanks for chatting with me, ESF Lego Man. I'll definitely check out your Bad Batch post tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing that. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope you guys all have a great day. Take care. Bye.